Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And welcome to your weekly wisdom card draw from, hold on a second, just, ah, lots of notifications. All right. Ha. I got a new phone this week, so I have to go through and do all the little notifications for the for this new phone. So welcome to the new phone, and again, welcome to your weekly wisdom card draw from the companion card deck to my book, Running the World: Marathon Memoirs from the Seven Continents. My intention with these cards is to inspire you to live in greater and greater alignment with who you really are. So each week I'm pulling a message that I've been writing for the last year, over a year actually, pulling one out at random, asking the universe for the guidance to share the message that we all need to most hear. So these cards are still in PowerPoint format. They will eventually be an actual card deck that you can draw from, but never too early to start. So with that, I invite you to arrive in this moment. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Letting anything else fade away as you enter into this moment. And as you continue to just breathe and be, I'm going to hold the cards up to my heart and ask, what message would be of highest service to everyone listening today? What message will call us into becoming more of who we really are? What message do we really need to hear? And with that intention, I'm going to just shuffle the cards, holding that intention in mind, and you can do so as well. What message do you really need to hear today? What message will most reconnect you with the truth of who you are? All right, shuffling around, pulling one out, and we have community. I got this one a few weeks ago. It's interesting when they come up sort of frequently. So community is, you can see here, rhinos from Kenya. This is from the Lewa Wildlife Conservancy in Kenya, where I ran the SafariCon marathon. So here's the message of community. We are made to be in community. We yearn for a sense of belonging. Maybe you've outgrown a community you used to love. That's natural and okay. You are growing and expanding into a more aligned version of yourself. You can plant your roots in a community of your choosing. Start with a community of one, you. Commune with your soul. Find comfort in your own skin. When you are being your natural self, your true community will emerge. Sometimes you'll be the rhino carrying the load. Sometimes you'll be the bird resting and allowing yourself to be supported. Sometimes you'll walk alongside your companions. The roles aren't set in stone. In community, we find the flow, ease, and peace of belonging, no matter how different we are. Just going to let that settle in for a moment. Let it settle in for you as well. And so I'm curious what community actually means to you. Feel free afterwards to drop a comment below and let me know. I know community has been a journey for me from early days, kind of growing up as a scientist and engineer, and then finding a spiritual community and finding a home with other spiritual practitioners and spiritual followers and seekers. So community is ever flowing, and community is what we make of it. A lot of times we think we have to stick with a community that we started with many years ago, whether it's family or groups of volunteers or different kinds of things that we used to do in the past. It used to light us up in the past, but maybe we're different people now. And maybe we seek out something new or seek out people who are following a different path, maybe following a more aligned path with what we're following. So there's no right or wrong here. So some of us, we stay with people that we've been known from the time we were born. Sometimes we jump from community to community as we learn more about ourselves and grow in alignment with who we are, and then find communities that naturally reflect who we are. So the point is, you get to determine who your soulmate community is. And your soulmate community also, again, chooses you and finds you the more you truly do live in alignment with who you are. So if you're feeling maybe a little lonely or a little kind of casting about, where are my people? I invite you to pause and just know that wherever you are is the perfect place for you. And if you're in a space where it's a little bit lonelier, that may be a time when you are going inwards and nurturing yourself, realigning with that community of one, that community of you, and trust. This is a huge leap of faith here. Trust that when you are being your full self, the community of your soul will find you, and they will be with you, and you won't be alone anymore. Because the truth is, you're not alone now. You have a soulmate community already, and maybe it's hard to see with your eyeballs, but it's there in your heart. And if you can trust that, just trust that everything is working out for your highest good. It'll happen for your eyeballs and for in your outer world more quickly than you can possibly imagine. So this week, I wish you a wonderful week of reflection and really asking yourself, what does community mean to me? How do I feel when I'm in my aligned community? What does it feel like when I'm in true alignment with myself? What does community mean to you? I am honored for you to be in my community and to be in this space, and for the opportunity to be in community with you. Thank you for joining me today. Let's take one more deep breath together. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful week in your community, in our community, and I will see you next week.